And wide to hear this program. We're also going to broadcast later on YouTube as well, so if you'd like to follow up and see it. And it's all thanks to the Southbridge Cultural Council, which is funded in part through a grant from the Mass Cultural Council. So all these cultural events are really thanks to them, and we're very much appreciative of that. So our group this evening is going to be trying out their new floor, and we're going to have lots of great music, and I know you'll give them a very warm Southbridge welcome. Please.
Hello everyone, we got an intimate crowd today, so that's, I guess that's a good thing considering all the circumstances. But we're from Flamenco Boston. We're so happy to be back. Thank you, Jacob Edwards Library, for hosting us, and thank you to the Southbridge Cultural Council for sponsoring this event and making it happen. And it's nice to see some familiar faces. So we have a nice small group here, so we'll keep it as interactive and as fun as possible. We'll try some new things and just have fun with it. So one way we can kick things up a notch is you guys can get involved, and if you see something that you like, you can shout "Ole" at us. All right, so let's give that a try. All right, uno, dos, tres, ole! All right, we can do a little bit better. Uno, dos, tres, ole! All right. So I think there's some dancers that might show up later, so we'll just see what happens. We'll play some music and just go from there. So the first piece is called Fandangos de Huelva. On dance, we have Yosi Karahashi. And we also have the lovely Anastasia, Yendiki. And my name is Antonio, and I'll be trying to keep up with them tonight. So the first piece was called Fandangos. And in flamenco, there's many different types of flamenco, many different forms of flamenco. So that one is called a Fandangos, and it comes from a city called Huelva, therefore Fandangos de Huelva. And I hope you guys can hear me okay. I know with the mask, can't read lips and everything, but so the next piece we're going to perform is called the Tientos Tangos, and made popular in the city of Triana, I guess. Yeah. I have new strings. underneath your seat button if you need it.
What's spilled?
Oh, so the next piece we're going to perform is called a Guajiras. And in flamenco, there's a lot of it developed within the region of Andalusia, but then as people started traveling and started bringing back influences, they brought back new musical ideas and flavors into flamenco. And this is one example. And this one particularly has a influence from Cuba. And so you're going to be seeing some elements. Today was a little bit, it wasn't that warm, but we're going to pretend
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts standard. Cuban standard, yeah. But we're going to be seeing her dance with the abanico or a fan. Speaking of temperature, my strings just don't want to behave. I think it's the rain. Let me check if I still have fingernails.
You can have another glass of water, actually, that would be good because one of it's, oh.
So the next piece is called Paruca. Now, traditionally, both men and women danced flamenco, but only the men did footwork. And then a woman named Carmen Amaya came along and decided to break all the rules and break the barrier. And actually, in the beginning, the woman would dance barefoot a lot of times, no shoes. But we're beyond that point now. Now we got shoes. The woman can wear pants instead of dresses if they want, a vest. Oh, yeah, Anastasia. The next piece we have, so in flamenco there's many different kinds of mood. So as you saw, maybe the third piece was kind of more light and happy. We got a little intense for a while. The next piece is called Soledad, and it comes from the Spanish word soledad, which means solitude. So this one's a little bit more more somber, a little bit more slower.
Yeah, there you go.
So, once again, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Thank you, Jacob Edwards Library. Thank you, Southbridge Cultural Council, for making this happen. And we're just so happy to be out here again, finally performing in public, and so glad you guys can come out and have a good time with us. So, well, I can speak for myself. I had a good time. I think they're a little bit tired, but and I hope you guys had a great time.
Oh my
Thank you. So I think we're coming to the end here. So maybe we can do one final piece if you guys have. Is there coffee? How about does anybody have any questions? We can open the floor up to any
Just one,
questions.
I was noticing when you're almost picking the strings up here on your guitar
On
the arm.
the right side.
I've never seen that, but I guess that's part of flamenco.
Yeah. So that's it's called a legato. So I can just pick it up once and then keep it going with the right hand. So it looks fancy, but it's pretty easy, and it's a good way to be lazy.
I'm taking lessons with him, and I'm trying to learn that, and it's not easy.
20 years of practice.
But there's a lot of that in flamenco. It's all about trying to be economical and not to stress yourself too much, because there's a lot going on, so it's hard to keep up. Yeah. Any other questions?
So how much of the music and dance is standard or traditional, and how much room is there for like interpretation or improvisation or that kind of thing? Are there new dances and music coming out, now, or is it all just stuff that's been around for a while?
So there's it's kind of like there's different forms. So like each form you can say is kind of like a box, and then with that box you can fill it with your own material. Let's just say like they're like Lego pieces, and you can kind of take each little segment and kind of build your own piece. So it's not like in Western music where you have like like a chord progression, and then somebody solos over it. But it's more like a language that we're having back and forth. So they do some sort of movement, and it signals a certain type of change, and then I have to change the music accordingly. And if I don't do that, then I get fired.
Well, I noticed that when you're playing, when they're not dancing, you're looking at your hands. When they're dancing, you're looking at them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So they're in control. They're the ones leading it, and they're kind of leading the journey, and I'm just along for the ride.
Well, also when he's doing like a more melodic part, we wouldn't just go out and start stomping on it. So it's
Yeah, there's some give and take. Yeah. And traditionally, there would be a singer, and then there would be also that kind of intersection of cooperating and yeah. But yeah, so there would be the singing. When the singer is singing, they have the stage, and the dancers would respect that. And when the dancer's going, everyone else respects that. When the guitarist plays, maybe everyone goes to sleep. Yeah, checks the Instagram. But there is a lot of room for improvisation because again they're signaling when the change is coming. They're signaling when they want to do footwork, when they want to pick it up. So there's lots of room for improvisation, which is good because if you mess up, then you can just keep it going. Yeah. So nothing's set, but I've known them for a while, so it's kind of like, when you get to know someone, you know the punchline to their jokes. So,
Yeah, how long have you been together and why flamenco? When you say the idea started?
Yeah, the group has been together more than 10 years. We're losing track, especially after this year. Just time flies
I'm
by.
working with you guys 7 years or so, right?
Yeah, about 7
And I
years.
think the two of us, we both started around like 09 or.
Yeah, losing track. But flamenco, because I just heard it once and I fell in love with it, and decided from there that I need to save up my money and pinch my pennies and go to Spain and study. So that's what I did. And I don't know.
I like the percussive aspect of it. I really like that aspect of the rhythmic, and also the yeah. I also like that it's unlike, let's say, dances that are more social, kind of couples dances. I can decide what I want to do.
You can be the boss.
Yeah.
So for me, it's when I was 18 years old, I saw a film, and I wanted to be a flamenco dancer, but the life is not so easy, right? To start something new when I was 18 years old. So I waited 2-3 years after finishing the college, I started to work. But it was pretty good job and very good payment, but my heart was empty. And I decided, why not? The life is once. So I decided to take a flight to Madrid from Japan. And then, without having skirt, I never been to Spain. I didn't speak nothing Spanish, but why not? Okay, I will try. And then I had been living in Spain during 17, 18 years, and start to dance, start to learn planta da con golpe, the basic things. And after finishing to learn, start to take an audition, and I could have world tour, and I had a very good experience. And 8 years ago, I moved to Boston, and I joined with Flamenco Boston, and we are here.
Yes.
Flamenco connect us.
Yeah. I think the kids call that YOLO nowadays. Yeah. So flamenco does that to you. It just makes you think without reason and just move to Spain. Yeah. Any other questions?
Are you playing in Boston? Like, can we hear you, see you again?
Yeah.
Things are starting to open up, but of course it's a little bit slow. But yeah, we post updates on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, newsletters sometimes. So you can just find us Flamenco Boston, or you can go to our website flamencoboston.com, and that's flamenco with a C, not a G. So that's different. That's the bird flamingo. So different. So Flamenco Boston, and yeah, we're pretty hip to all the social media, so we try to keep everyone updated. Yeah. Any other questions, or yeah? You guys want to end with a quick fin de fiesta or sevillanas? Okay, let's do sevillanas. So we got one final piece. This is called Sevillanas, and it's danced a lot at parties. And so, yeah, let's party.
By the way, it's a castanet. It's a conversation between Jose and Maria. It's girl and boys, so using 4 fingers. And on my left hand, I'm right-handed. So Jose asked to Maria, how are you? I'm so good, and you? So Maria speaks 5 times more than Jose. And sometimes they fight each other. So it's a conversation between Jose and Maria.
you very much, Flamenco Boston. It was a pleasure to have you here again this evening. And thank you, audience, for coming and for supporting the arts in Southbridge. And if you know somebody on the Cultural Council, please tell them how much you enjoyed this evening's presentation. Thank you again, everybody.
And keep up with their Facebook, because we'll be here again next year, hopefully.
Yep.
So,
Someday.
Olé!
yeah.
There's a castanets crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.